Both teams sitting at 1 and 2 coming into this one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Herbert. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. This gets forward to around the 29. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Remember, the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Third down here, need 8 on the play. Herbert back to throw. Johnson finds the football, complete.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. To throw, Herbert. Complete here to Hampton. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
Kate, that is a linebacker who's done his homework. He understands leverage, he understands containment, and he understands how to bring a back down for a loss.
put a receiver in motion right. Throwing on second, Herbert. And this time they can't connect, so that's incomplete. Been favoring their back this drive. Let's see if it's going to continue now on third down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They've got a man in motion. On the play fake, it's Herbert. And that's a win for the pass rush. Shizzy threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. And partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Darnold now to throw. Oh, and the pressure is there. They're going to get to him on their very first snap. That was Derwin James. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
We spend so much time talking about an offense and how they script their first 15 plays typically. But how about that defensive coordinator, that head coach? Heck, every player on that sidelines, you couldn't script it any better. Well, other than maybe taking the ball away, creating a negative play, creating a sack, creating offense now behind the chains. That's exactly how you're looking to start.
Second down, Darnold. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Darnold. And to the ground it goes, so an incomplete pass brings us to fourth down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
Takes this in at the 25. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Now we've got whistles, but not for delay of game. They were able to get a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Back to Hampton. And he gets it forward to show about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing now, Herbert. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down. So once again, J.K. Scott out to punt it away. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And they'll get to this one right around, no, actually exactly at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. And it's caught. Robbie Oots makes the play. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. And it's incomplete. Started as a catch, but the hit forced it free before he could secure it. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He puts some air under it deep down the left. They connect on the deep shot. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
The deep pass comes up big.
That's good.
35 yards.
First down.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier, Tierra Tarrant on the stop. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They start with 2nd and 6. Darnold looking to throw. And this throw is going to be incomplete. 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throw here, third down. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And that's good for a Seattle first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
On first down, this is Charbonnet. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the Chargers' 23-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another carry for Charbonnet. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Darnold's on 1st and 10. Now 4-6 passing on what has been a very busy drive for him. Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. The pistol snap. Darnold. It's a screen pass. Charbonnet. And across the line he goes. Touchdown Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. After from Myers, see it's up and good. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. He finds Johnston. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Herbert now. Going with a screen into Hampton. And out of bounds he goes after picking up close to 8 yards there. So 2nd and short coming up.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. Here's Herbert. And that one's incomplete. He got muscled off the ball there. That's going to bring up third down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. We go with the design keeper. Walk down after 9, and that was all they needed. So some nice running on the play. Fresh set of downs coming.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Now Herbert to throw. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Now we'll see the medical team head out to the Seahawks. Have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. This snap going to be our last before the 2-minute warning. On second down, Herbert. He has it at the 5. And in. Touchdown, Chargers. David Njoku, the second score that he has brought in this season. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. And he gets home. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashid Shaheed, the second score that he has brought in this season. Myers to add the PAT. The kick is good, and I believe this should stand, Brock. It looks like that flag appears to be on somebody who jumped early. Let's see. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Even after the penalty, they'll just move it up and kick the PAT from the 10. That one a whole lot easier after that penalty as he sends it through, no problem.
Next the score, Seahawks 14, Chargers 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Man in motion here. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Picked up a few on that 1st down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. To throw, Herbert. He's in trouble, not going to get away. They drop him at the 29. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Herbert back to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Well, I think we kind of all knew what was coming. That last sack kind of forced their hand. The best option to extend that drive is to just throw it deep and hope.
I think that's exactly why sacks are so productive for defenses. It's because it does, to your point, force the hand of the offense.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's up close to the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Here's Darnold to throw. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And they're in there to take him down after a gain of 12. And that's going to be a Seahawks 1st down. Now Seattle going to call a 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So 1st down from the 41. Darnold now to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Herbert. And he will not find the connection on the other end. And incompletion sets up 2nd down. In a tough spot already, sent out there trying to keep these guys out of field goal range. They're just on the edge of it, but so far so good on 1st down.
That's right, and you flip it around on the other side, Kate, when you get a ball like this from your defense in such prime position, you definitely want to capitalize.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Complete here to Hampton. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you think your defense is giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. You got away with it.
J.K. Scott on the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Throwing here, Darnold. Taking a deep shot here. Oh my, what a play! He pulled that in one-handed! Now a timeout call. Still just 4 seconds left in the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, one play remaining in this half. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play. Man, it's going to be a field goal try. This from 48 on the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And they'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scratch. Is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Second half starting off with a run by Charbonnet. He cuts it to the right sideline. He's brought down at the end of a nearly 30-yard game. That gives the Seahawks the first down.
Even with everything he wrapped up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
Here's Darnold. Brought in by his back, Charbonnet. Oh, that one did some damage as he's finally hauled down. About